Alright, hey guys, my name is Shadow, and welcome back to some more Elite Dangerous in the 2.3 Commanders Beta. So last time we did like a combat build for the Imperial Cutter, and today we're here in a conflict zone. That's a low intensity conflict zone because this was the only one in the system, but we're here in this conflict zone to test it out. So we have the standard shields on right now, but they're upgraded with grade 5 reinforced. And then next time we'll come back and take a look at the bi-weave shields with the same upgrade. So let's do this. Let's pick a side. I guess it doesn't really matter which one. I have no interest in either one of these sides, so I'm just gonna pick the top one because that's more convenient. And then we will proceed to shoot some people. So I'm gonna put some power into the shields because we're already getting shot, and then I'm just gonna target the nearest ship, and it happens to be a vulture. So let's fire some weapons and stuff. So we have beam lasers and we have multi-cannons. Now the beam lasers are all turrets and they're set on fire at will, and the multi-cannons, they're gimbaled. So as soon as this ship is in range, our beam lasers will start firing, and they are. Okay. Now this is like the biggest ship in the game, and even though we have grade 5 dirty drive tuning on it, we've got a lot of heavy equipment on this thing, and it's handling like a boat. Let me tell you, it's not good. The handling is not good, even with 5 pips and engines. Not great. But we do have 4 beam lasers, but it looks like only 2 of them are firing. Okay, there's the other 2. So it takes the other 2 on the bottom a minute to come around when we're firing at stuff. Now I've only got 2 pips and weapons, and that seems to be enough to fire all of the lasers so far. And we've only taken a little bit of fire so far, so the shields really haven't, gone down drastically or anything. Now this ship has almost 3,000 in shields. It's like 2,800, something like that. Okay, now it's a Cobra Mark III that we're targeting. Now we didn't destroy the Vulture. We're probably just gonna switch targets a lot. Okay, now we have 0 pips in the shields, and the shield capacitor is completely drained. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And let's see how long it takes to get these shields down. Now, on 2 of these multi-cannons, are class 3, and those 2 have the efficient weapon upgrade, and then the other multi-cannon is a class 4, and it has the rapid fire upgrade, which is why it's firing so fast. Isn't that awesome? I love how fast that fires. Okay, so the only other ship in range is the original ship that we targeted, which is the Vulture here, so let's just go ahead and see if we can destroy that. So we have our 3 multi-cannons, and they seem to be chewing it up pretty nicely. The problem with this is this ship is not maneuverable. Wow. This is pretty much my first time flying an Imperial Cutter in really any meaningful way. I have piloted it once or twice during betas in previous betas, but I've never really taken it into combat. So this is like kind of an experience. I'm being outmaneuvered. Well, I mean, you've got to expect a Vulture to be more maneuverable than an Imperial Cutter. Like, this is the biggest ship in the game. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna win. And even though we have no energy in our shields, it's not doing great. Against us, I mean. The Vulture wasn't doing great against this ship. Okay, anyways, so now we're pretty far away from the nav marker here, so let's fly back in there and see if we can get some other ships to fire on us. Okay, so we've got almost 1 ring of shields down, and we have an 8A shield cell bank in here, so let's deploy an 8A shield cell and see how much of our shields that recharges. Temperature only went up to about 112% there, so that was okay. Yeah, but it did not completely charge 1 ring of the shields, so I'm not super impressed with that. So we do have a heatsink launcher on this ship. I think we put a heatsink launcher on here. If we did, then we'll probably have to do a thing where we, use a shield cell, launch a heatsink, and then use another shield cell if our shields ever get down that low. Now I'm probably just gonna leave no power in the shields for the entire fight and just see how long it takes to actually have these shields go down. And then I think we'll probably do something similar in the next battle when we do the bi-weave shields. So yeah, anyways, I would like to get attacked enough to where our shields actually go most of the way down, but then we can give them a chance to recharge or something. So if we can find like a bigger ship that can actually do some damage to us, we'll probably just let it fire on us for a minute, and then yeah, just get the shields most of the way down and see if we can, you know, recharge them in some amount of time. And then we'll do that also when we test the bi-weave shields. Because a lot of you guys have been telling me in the comments that the bi-weave shields are, you know, significantly, or have a significantly better recharge rate than, you know, regular shields now. And I mean, that was the point of them in the first place, is that they have a better recharge rate. But you guys are telling me that they're like way better of a recharge rate. And I would like to test that. So, okay, it's looking like 2 pips on the weapons is not being enough to fire all of the weapons all the time. So we're gonna go with 4 again, and that is gonna charge up our shield capacitor a little bit. And we've got completely 1 ring of shields down now. And not that I've really been concentrating on the combat too much, but, you know, I'm really more interested in the shields, honestly. And again, this thing handles like a boat. We might even need to do some flight assist off. I'm not even sure if that'll help, but let's try it. Let's turn flight assist off and see what happens. Okay, so we went flight assist off there. It helped a little bit. It helped a little bit. Not too bad. I mean, it was not a great improvement, but it was not bad. It helped a little. Okay, so we are losing a 2nd ring of shields very slowly. Very slowly. I'm kind of firing on a friendly ship there, but whatever. Yeah, just very slowly we're losing that ring of shields. Now we're doing a lot of damage to the opponents. I don't feel like it's as much damage as we were doing with like the Anaconda combat build. Oh, but now that I've fired on a friendly unit, everybody has turned hostile against me. Okay, so that's great. So, we'll just fire on everyone. Yay. Let's do that. So maybe everyone will fire on us. And we'll see how long it'll take the shields to go down. So when we get the shields down far enough, what we'll probably do is just jump out of this conflict zone and then see how long it takes the shields to recharge fully. Or if that's super boring, then I don't know. We'll figure it out. Whatever. But yeah, let's just destroy some more stuff in the meantime. So I can see that these turrets are not being super effective. However, that could just be because I'm not putting any energy into my weapon capacitor, or it could be that the enemy is launching chaff, or it could be that they're just, well, these beam lasers are all class 2 beam lasers, and they're not the greatest thing in the world. So yeah, even against this Asp Explorer, their hull damage, not great, not great. They do have pretty good shield penetration power, well, just shield neutralizing power, really. But yeah, in terms of hull damage, these class 2 lasers are really not doing it for me. So, okay, we are down to 1 ring of shields, and I'm getting a little bit away from the fighting here. This thing makes the coolest boost noises ever. That's one thing I really like about this ship. Its boost sound effect. Just check this out. That sounds so manly. Ah! Yeah, okay, I like that. That's one thing I really like about this ship. Yeah. Also, people say if you're like a trader or something, this is like a great cargo ship. I don't know, I'm not a trader. But this is definitely not a ship I would probably choose for combat. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not doing terrible. Like, I haven't taken any hull damage yet, or anything like that. It's not doing terrible. It's definitely not the worst ship I've ever flown. Not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. Could it be better? Yes. Yes, it could be. Could it be worse? Yes, it could definitely be worse. It's definitely not the worst thing in history. Okay, our shields are nearly down. I'm gonna hyperspace out of here. So, we'll hyperspace out of here, and then we'll probably come back in a minute. In fact, we could just do jump out and jump back in, and then we'll be on no one's side, and then we will just be flying around in FTL doing boring things. Okay, so we're still locked onto the conflict zone. We can pretty much just do, you know, U-turn here. When possible, make a legal U-turn. When is it legal to make a U-turn in space? I don't know. Okay, so now it would help if we had some power in the shields. Okay. So I'm gonna guess that with 4 shield boosters and class 8 reinforced shields, it's gonna take a really, really, really long time for our shields to come all the way back up. And you guys probably don't want to sit around for that. So, I mean, we can pretty much just see how fast these shields are recharging just from looking at it right now. Did I just jump back in here and there's no one here? That's stupid. Huh. Okay, well that's weird. That could be the end of the video. Yeah. So let's see then how many shield cells it takes to get our shields back up to full. Oh, and we can see if that was actually class 8 that we used before. And yeah, I guess it was. Or was it? I'm not sure. I don't know how many we started with. I guess I should have looked. But here's what we can do. We can turn the class 6 bank off. And then, when we use a shield cell, we'll be using a class 8 shield cell. So, let's see how many class 8 shield cells it takes to get our shields all the way back up to full from this position. And there's everybody. Everybody just respawned. So let's do that. Okay, here's one shield cell. Oh, and yes, we do have heat sinks. There they are right there. Okay. So one class 8 shield cell gets us about 1 ring. Oh, no, we're going into a 2nd ring. Oh, look at that. Wow. That got us about 1.5 rings of shields. Okay, maybe my initial assessment was incorrect. Maybe we actually used a class 6 that first time when I thought we used a class 8. So yeah, that was 1 shield cell. Okay, let's use 1 more shield cell. I'm gonna bet this is gonna bring it back up to full. Let's see. So we've gone up to 125% heat. That's okay. Not too bad. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna get the full ring out of this. Look at this. It's still going. It's still going. Yep, full shields right there. Right there, 100% shields. All right, it took 2 shield cells to get us from almost 0 shields to full shields. That is awesome. That is awesome. Now let's see if we took any significant system damage from that. It doesn't look like we did. We've got a shield booster at 97%. Let's see, what's our lowest rated thing? Probably the cargo hatch at 95%. Yep. Oh no, we've got a point defense thing at 94%. Okay, so yeah, not even too much module damage after that class 8 or after those two class 8 shield cells and whatever the other one was that we used, which I'm pretty sure now is a class 6. So, yeah. Cool. All right. I think that's pretty much going to conclude this video. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay. So, is this the worst ship ever? No. Is this the best ship ever? No, not really. It's not, well, it's not too bad, actually. Would I recommend this build if you were going to purchase this ship purely for combat? No. No, I would not. They're definitely better ships. You would probably want to go with the Corvette. People seem to like the Corvette. I'm partial to the Anaconda now because it has, you know, the ship kit, but I've also heard tell that they're coming out with the ship kit for the Corvette. So if you guys are into that, get your rep up with the Federation and get a Corvette. Yes, that'll be cool. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. So next time we'll be doing the bi-weave shields in the same situation, and I want to see them recharge faster. The Class 8 bi-weave shields. We'll probably try them on some other ships too, like ships with smaller shield generators. Maybe the Fer de Lance. Maybe we could try bi-weave shields on the Fer de Lance. I would be fairly interested in trying that out. But yeah, again, I'm going to end this video here. So like this comment. Yeah, let me just do that the right way. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Like this video if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. That's it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.